Alright, so let's start with the different steps you can take and probably should take when it comes to very, very difficult rhythms. So this rhythm itself, not the most challenging, but still not a bad time to understand what to do now. So remember, you got the beats laid out in the easiest way to see. So remember, when you're going to see what the rhythm is, a little out of breath. I just got done doing a little exercise routine. I thought I would have been better by now, but apparently not. Not quite all the way 100%. Anyway, so remember yesterday when you were looking at the rhythm, you were just mainly looking down here at the tab and just looking at the spaces where things were not. So remember, the tab itself, or the numbers, that's just to tell you where your fingers are. The rhythm stuff, you gotta look up here. You gotta look at this instead. So obviously the quarter note, remember, that's always a beat of 1, especially in a 4/4 time signature, because it's telling you that the quarter note is what equals a beat. So quarter note, that is beat 1. And you look over here, here's another quarter note on its own. So that tells you right away, that's beat 1, that's beat 4. So the more interesting rhythm stuff happens in beats 2 and 3. So you can see beat 2 right here, because the flag is connecting these two stems. Remember, the vertical line is the stem, the horizontal line is the flag. So the flag's connecting these two eighth notes, so you can see that's beat number 2. And then you have these two eighth notes connected. However, you have the tied mark going from the upbeat of 2 over to the downbeat of 3. So this way you know you're not supposed to play on the downbeat of 3, but the tied mark allows you to see, or helps you to see, that is where the downbeat of 3 begins. So when you're doing this, or getting the countdowns, either tapping your foot, or a lot of times I'll just snap my finger, or I'll do both, tap my foot and snap my finger, and just say what the count is before you try and strum anything. So you got your 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, and so on. And then the simplified thing you can do, so you can just like play the first chord over and over and over again to get the strumming down. So more than just the one bar type thing. So you got the 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, and just do that until you get comfortable with it. And then the next step you can take is like play just the first chord of each bar. So the A5, and then you go to the D5, then F5. And because F5 is the first chord of the 4th bar, probably just play the C5 instead. And you can do that without the metronome first, if that's easier for you to kind of wrap your head around everything. So do it without the metronome. You'd have the 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, and repeat. And then you can put on the metronome as another step. And remember, this is all kind of like optional steps to take if need be. I'm not saying you have to do this when you're practicing this week, but these are just steps you can take if you're having any trouble to help you understand everything a little bit easier. So with the metronome, then you'd have the 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4, and then you repeat. Alright, so now, after that, good idea to, make sure you know what chords you're going to be going to for each bar, and then you can practice one bar at a time. And I mean, that's always a good thing to do. Just a bar at a time. Make sure you can do that chord progression well, and then we'll move on to the second bar. Learn what the chord progression is, and then get that down with the metronome, and move on bar at a time. So same thing as before. Every practice day, go through both of these exercises at 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and 160 as bare minimum speeds. And anytime you find that going up by 20 is starting to get too challenging, back it off to 10 beat per minute increments or 5 beat per minute increments. So be your own judge on that one. See how, go on how it feels. Always make things easier for yourself when you can, in order to help you progress. Okay, so I'm going to do like what I did last time. So I'll do the low speed of 60, the higher speed of 160, and then in the middle there at 110. So 60, 110, and 160. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4. 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 Now, because all the movement going around, it's going to be extra challenging to count the rhythm as you're going really, really fast. But I want you to at least be able to do that at the 60 beats a minute. And now, I'm starting to wonder, maybe I should have practiced this a bit before I started recording the video. So, let's see how that goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's going to help to memorize it, which perhaps I should have done. Oh my, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Challenge. It makes it more challenging when you don't have it memorized. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Okay. I better look at this one. No, that's right. So this beat we have, or this rhythm we have 1 and 3, 4. 1 and 3, 4. And so this one, if you do the first chord of the bar idea, just to get used to the strumming pattern. So you got the same chords starting off the first 3 bars. So you do the F5 first for the first bar, and again, this is just the simplified version, just so you have 1 chord per bar, so you can get the strumming pattern, the countdown. So you can just do F5 for the first bar, and the E5 for the second, and then go back to the F5, and then finish with D5 here. Let's see, let me go through these chords here. Alright, let's see how this goes. Down to 60 beats a minute. So same thing, 60, 110, and then 160. And I'll do the count for 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 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 3, 4, 1 another thing we talked about is thumb over the top. So when you're playing chords starting on the A string, I want you to start practicing having your thumb over the top. So it'll basically be wherever your middle finger is going to be. So it's not on top of your index finger, it's just past it. Definitely helpful when you're playing like that open A chord or open A5 or doing stuff like that. Pinch harmonics are hit and miss for me lately. I might need new strings. Anyway, okay, on to next speed. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Apparently I have an easier time with this chord progression. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Oh, I blew it. I blew it. Just like the last one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So here's a challenge for you. I know I said definitely, at the very least, be able to say the count while you play at the 60 beats a minute. So, yes, I have not practiced this, and this is probably the last time I will be playing this stuff. But, one up me. See if you can keep saying the count through all the different speeds you're going to be practicing. If you do that, you will know the chord progression better than me, and it's going to help you understand the rhythm even more. So maybe make that a little challenge for yourself. See if you can do that. If you have any questions, let me know. And I really do like the video thing that you did last time, so if you can keep doing that, that would be awesome. And no rush on that. No rush at all. You can wait to send it Monday morning if need be. But yeah, I'll see you again on Monday.